Okay guys, let's get into Nvidia. I'm going to tell you exactly where Nvidia is going. I'm going to tell you exactly where Nvidia and MU are going. And let me make this crystal clear. We're not going to talk about fundamentals. I'm not going to talk about but this chip, but that chip, and this guy's doing this, and the news, and the earnings, and the blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you with any of the things that don't matter. And believe it or not, those things don't matter because they're priced in. Now, unless you're holding these companies for 10, 20 years, then absolutely, maybe they're not priced in that far out. But if we're talking a couple of years, months, absolutely it's priced in. I mean, we have some of the smartest people in the world that look at these companies because they're big market cap companies. So by using fundamental analysis, you don't have any advantage by looking at the fundamentals, but technicals you do. And remember, all the fundamentals, news, that can be manipulated. The charts can't be manipulated because once you see a transaction, that's a transaction, right? No one can lie about that. Actions speak louder than words. And guess what? The cycles, they don't lie either. There's a bear cycle, sideways cycle, bull cycle, right? And the way it works is a bull cycle doesn't start until the crash and the sideways market. Therefore, you know you can't be tricked pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So let's look at what actually matters, which are the charts. Now we're going to take a look at Nvidia chart first. The reason is because they're both semiconductor companies, but Nvidia is the bigger market cap, so to a degree MU will follow Nvidia, which we'll get into more in a second. But when you take a look at Nvidia, we have this parallel channel over here, a lot of support, and then we have this parallel channel. And if you had asked me over here, here, I would have told you, hey, this might be the end of the cycle high once we reach this. But we've reached this while the whole stock market is still in a bull market, which is a different story. We're still in a bull market right now. So this is most likely going to go a lot higher just according to that. Technicals aren't everything. Without cycles, you just can't use them as well. Now I got to pull back here. Nice. We broke above. We respected that level. We broke above, and we've been consolidating and holding this area ever since, right? And we did report earnings recently, right here. We opened lower, but we filled in the gap right away, and now we're continuing to just consolidate in this area, which actually is a really good thing. So when it comes to Nvidia, one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to continue to consolidate and then go higher, or we're going to dip a little bit and then consolidate and go higher. But the point is, we're going higher. How much lower can we go? On a stock like this, most likely the lowest we go is the 0.382 fib level, which an institutional trader taught me that this is the second most important level, okay, after the 618. We might get down here, but realistically, this could be the low, okay? And the reason is because we're in a bull cycle. Now, how much higher do I think this stock is gonna go? Honestly, not that much higher with the next move up. Maybe like to $200, which to a lot of you that's nothing, right? And if you're a retail trader, I wouldn't even be looking to buy these types of companies unless they're at a discount, right? So where would I look to buy this company? I would need at least, I would say this support area here, which I don't think we're probably not going to get here, but if we were to get here, then I would look to enter a little bit, right? That's a good enough discount, right? Me personally, I'm not going to be buying this company at all. There's a lot of downside, even though we're not going to most likely go here, right? But there's very little upside. That's the issue, right? And there's other companies out there that have a better ROI, and I rather just buy those, and they're at a better discount. Now, MU is a little different. I would say this is a better buy than Nvidia, and I would rather buy this if I really had to pick one. And the reason is because this is a smaller market cap, so there's always more upside on smaller market caps, right? Now, another thing is this is not at its all-time highs, right? Nvidia is. And the way it works is institutions, right? What they're going to do is they're going to realize that, look, we've made a lot of money on Nvidia, right? I want to buy more semiconductors. I think this sector will go up, but hey, let me buy more MU and less Nvidia because this is not at a discount, right? But MU is at a discount, as you guys can see, compared to Nvidia. So now they're going to slowly start to put more and more money into this versus Nvidia. So they both go up at the end of the day, but this goes up more. Now let's take a look at the patterns here. You guys can see, we had a bear and sideways market at the same time. One more dump here. And now these were the tariffs, to be honest, right? But now we're going up. So we had a bear market, sideways market, tariffs had to get priced in. They did. And now I think we're in a bull market, guys, because we broke above this area, this consolidation, right? And we're holding above it in a bull flag. Check this out. You have this key level of support over here, which you're above. That's important. This level is very important, okay? You broke above it and you're holding it in this channel, I guess, right? And the moment you break above this, you're going a lot higher. My guess is, since Nvidia looks like it still needs to consolidate and pull back more, this will most likely continue to consolidate. Now, would I buy this stock? Only if it drops more, probably down into this area here. You can see we have major support here because we broke above it, and it's almost converging with this right here. And this is also a lot of major support because after this big move up, you had a bull flag. So this range here is going to be support. It's converging with this, and it's still in a bull flag pattern at the support of it, and there's a ton of upside, right? So I would probably, I might potentially look for an entry here, but until then, no. Now, how high do I think MU is going? It's hard to say exactly where, but I think it can go as high as 240 or maybe even a lot higher. Only time will tell. We have to look at the cycles. We have to see what Nvidia is doing in the S&P, but realistically, I think this can go to 240 or at least $200. So there's a decent amount of upside, and I think this can happen within a year or two. Okay, so a decent ROI. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm doing a 30-day trial for my trading and investing alerts. Right, here's what the trade alerts look like. They're very easy to copy. They're swing trades, entry, stop loss, and take profit. And we have a track record with all of our winners and losers. 75% win rate in 2 years of data. If you guys want to give and we have investing alerts. If you guys want to give these a shot, you have nothing to lose. There's a 30-day trial. The promo code is in the link or is in the description of this video, right? Try it out and see if you like it or not. You can cancel your subscription immediately so that you don't get charged next month if you're not planning on staying, but at least give it a try and see what it's all about. Once you sign up, make sure you click start here and that you follow all these steps so that you can actually take advantage of these properly. And join the daily classes. They also get recorded, so make sure you join those. And with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.